We're going to start it off with our champion wheel. Let's take a spin and see what we got. Alright, our champion for this game is going to be the Mighty Miner. Let's get into our evolution spins. Alright, for our evolution spin, we got 2 spins. Let's see what we got. Our first is going to be the Evo Bomber. And our second is going to be the Evo Firecracker. Alright, now let's fill in the rest of our team. Alright, let's spin for the rest of our units. We have the Inferno Dragon, the E-Golem, Arrows, Magic Archer, and for our last card, we are going to have to use the Clone. That is going to make for an interesting deck. Let's throw that deck into Clash and see how it looks. Alright, we got our deck. First glance, doesn't look great. We do have arrows, so we do have a small spell, which should help. We've got air defense. We've got a tank with our Mighty Miner. So I think for this game, we're going to have to rely on the Evo Bomber and the Firecracker to get some damage, because I don't know how else we're going to do it. So let's get into the game and see how it goes. Alright, we're facing Big Daddy Vinny. Let's see if we can take a win with this deck. The Clone concerns me a little bit, so not gonna lie. So he is gonna go for a lightning there. We're gonna use our bomb and see if we can take out most of the monk here. That's not the best monk ability. We're going to use our E-Golem to pull that, and then we're going to use our Magic Archer to try and get some damage here from the bridge. And the monk didn't die to the tower as fast as I thought it would, so it's not great. Hopefully our Inferno Dragon can take out most of this Royal Giant before it gets too much damage, and he's got Zap, so this is not looking promising. Like I said, this deck does not give me much hope. The Clone kind of scares me. So let's see if we can get a little bit of damage here with our E-Golem, because that's going to be the only thing that I think gets us any damage is the E-Golem. He played his monk ability too early, and we might get a King Tower activation off of it, so that's nice. But we just don't have the good enough cards to really deal with this. So we're going to use our ability. It doesn't go off, but King Tower up here helps a little bit. But once again, I really don't think that this is going to be enough to really do anything. We'll see if we can get a bomber shot. And he blocks with his RG, so we're not going to get enough damage here before his thing kills our tower. So let's just hope we can clean up with the Evo Cracker. We'll try and protect it with the Mighty Miner, which we fail. So once again, not in a great position to succeed. So the Clone here really is not helping. We're going to use it and see if we can get a little extra damage on his tower, which it looks like we will. And it looks like we're actually going to take out his tower. So we're doing better than I honestly expected with this deck. But I would not be surprised if we lost miserably. We're going to place our Mighty Miner to try and protect our Magic Archer and Firecracker. We've got our Inferno Dragon, but I just don't think we have the... not having a tower against an RG deck makes it quite challenging. We take a lot of damage there. We'll try and get a lineup here with our Evo Bomber and our Magic Archer, but I just don't think we have the ability to kill these units here. And the fisherman gets on the tower there. The RG's on the tower, and looks like we're going to lose. So we're going to try one more with this deck because I don't want to give up yet. That was more promising than I thought it was going to be. So we're going to try one more time and see if we can take a win. We are facing somebody with the regular Princess Tower, which should help. I hope. We're facing somebody with a Princess. If you've watched my other videos, you know the Princess is a pretty good card right now. He gets the King Tower activation, though, which is not great for us. We're going to have to waste our Inferno Dragon here. Let's just build up a push and see what we can do. We'll play our Magic Archer if he tries to play any units on our E-Golem. So he's got Inferno Tower, which is interesting. You don't see that a lot. We'll get a little bit of damage from our little bloblets. We'll play our Bomber and our Mighty Miner here to block the Knight. We take a decent amount of damage from the Princess, but we're not too far behind. This guy's got what looks like just a quick cycle deck. So we'll use our Inferno Dragon here to take care of the Evo Knight. We got our arrows for the Goblin Barrel. So we're just facing Log Bait. If he places anything here to block the Inferno Dragon, we were going to try to get a lineup there. He places the Goblin Gang, which I don't love to see. We're going to play our Bomber here, though, and we might be able to get a lineup here. We get one splash on the tower, so I'm not going to complain. We're about 200 damage down, which isn't great, but not as bad as I was expecting. So we're going to play our E-Golem in the back. We have our Evo Cracker in cycle 2, which could be valuable. We'll place our Mighty Miner in front of the E-Golem to try and do some tanking, and maybe we can get a knockback. We'll place our Inferno Dragon here as well. We're going to arrows away the Princess to try and prevent some of that damage. And we'll place the Evo Firecracker as well to try and clear up some of this. And we do actually have enough for another E-Golem. His log won't take this out. So that's good. We'll play a Mighty Miner in front, and then we have another arrows for the Princess again. And we catch out some of his goblins. I waste my clone on nothing because I thought that the little bloblets were going to survive longer, but it is what it is. We'll play our Firecracker here. We will arrows, and should get good value here on most of this. We're going to play our clone on the bloblets and get some damage here. We're not in a terrible spot here. We got our Mighty Miner to try and kill this Evo Knight. And then we're going to play our E-Golem in front. We've got our arrows for the Goblin Barrel to try and take that out. We're going to play Firecracker here to clean up some of those goblins in the back. If we can get... maybe our Magic Archer can line up here against the tower, and we are going to actually get the win with this kind of random deck. Something I definitely did not expect. As you can see, our opponent probably did not expect that either. We'll give them some love, but yeah, so we end up taking a win with this mishmash deck that doesn't really work, but apparently we faced an opponent who didn't know what to do with it, and I don't know that I would know what to do against this deck either. So I think if I had the opportunity to change this deck at all, I think I would replace the clone with something like a Tornado, and probably sub out the Evo Firecracker for like an Evo Tesla or something. But all in all, it was a good game. Come back again, and maybe you'll catch another round of Wheel of Clash. Have a good day.